Recently, I got one of the best questions I have ever received. Does minimalism make us small? So is the drive towards minimalism part of the patriarchy's attempt to compress us, another way to make us thin and diminutive? I would really encourage you to pause the video and to read it in full, because it is a fascinating, introspective insight that goes beyond the kind of superficial benefits and downsides of decluttering and asks what it really means for us. The lady who asked this question was struggling because she felt that by reducing her belongings, she was minimizing the space that she took up in the world, and she noticed that other people were then filling the void that she had left behind with their stuff. So she was concerned because in our society, more stuff is equated with more success, and smaller people are seen as, timid and powerless. So by making her space smaller, was she thereby reducing her perceived value and worth? Were people going to think that she was less important or had less to contribute? By making her physical world smaller, was she making herself smaller in a psychological sense? Isn't that such an excellent question? Fun fact for you, I have a degree in philosophy, so I love those deep, powerful, existential questions. So I really sunk my teeth into this one, and my initial reaction was no, less stuff doesn't make us smaller. But the more I thought about it, the more I grappled with it, the more that I could see that it might actually make sense. Women these days are constantly told, either directly or indirectly, that they need to be smaller. And we tend to view people who are smaller or who have minimal possessions as being deprived or even a little bit odd. We tend to feel that they are missing something or missing out on something. Now, obviously, that might not be the case at all, but is the push towards minimalism an attempt to keep us in our place? Should we be asserting our space and increasing our boundaries and making our mark on the world? I grappled with this one for such a long time, but in the end, for me, it came down to point of view. So whose point of view do you value more? Yours or someone else's? Do you feel smaller, or are you just worried that someone else might perceive you as being smaller? I have reduced my belongings significantly in recent years, but I've never felt like it detracted from who I am. Quite the opposite, in fact. I think that sometimes stuff can be a wall that we put up. It can be kind of padding that prevents both us and others from seeing who we truly are. It can dilute our essence. For me, minimalism means peeling away all of those extra and unnecessary layers so that what's left is truly me. It's my core, smaller maybe, but more clear and more focused, more powerful. Minimalism is like removing all of the wishy-washy stuff so that what's left is like a super concentrated version of you. I may be taking up less physical space, but I'm not taking up less space in here or in here. And I think that for the people in my life who truly matter, I'm not taking up less space in their heads or hearts either. Taking up less physical space doesn't mean that you're taking up less existential space. Less stuff might free you up to, go travel the world or experience new things. It might open up new opportunities or possibilities. Less stuff might mean broader horizons, further boundaries. So instead of spreading yourself too thin across lots of things and never really giving anything your complete focus, instead you are taking up more space in certain areas. So maybe a hobby that you love, or more quality time with your family or your friends. Focus on taking up more space in hearts and minds and experiences, and not just in homes. I really hope that helps, Narak. Thank you so much for such an excellent question, and for giving me some serious food for thought. Even though I have answered it, I know that it's something that I will continue to reflect upon and to ponder for a long time to come. But what does everyone else think? Do you ever feel pressure to take up more or less space in the world? Let me know in the comments below. It is a fascinating topic. Until next time, don't dilute yourself and keep the questions coming. Gur mille maith agaibh, agus feici mé sibh sigalua. Slán!